October 30th, 1961. At 11:32 in the morning, the ground began to shake. Above the Arctic Circle, on the frozen islands of Novaya Zemlya, humanity tested a weapon with a power of 50 megatons, nearly 3,000 times stronger than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. When the Tsar Bomba exploded, a mushroom cloud rose 60 kilometers into the sky. The flash was visible from over 1,000 kilometers away. The shockwave circled the Earth 3 times. On that day, the Soviet Union showed the world what Russia was capable of. And today, in 2025, Russia possesses 5,889 nuclear warheads, the largest nuclear arsenal on Earth. But the question is, why did Russia build such a terrifying force? And could these weapons ever actually be used? Today, we take you deep inside Russia's nuclear program, where strategy, fear, and destruction exist side by side. July 16, 1945, the United States conducted the world's first nuclear test in the deserts of New Mexico. 1 month later, Hiroshima and Nagasaki were destroyed. At that moment, Soviet leader Joseph Stalin realized, without nuclear weapons, the Soviet Union would remain a weak player on the global stage. He immediately ordered his top scientist, Igor Kurchatov, catch up with America, no matter the cost. Soviet spies Julius and Ethel Rosenberg passed nuclear secrets from the United States to Moscow. By 1949, the Soviet Union successfully tested its first atomic bomb, RDS-1, codenamed Joe-1 by the Americans. This marked the true beginning of the Cold War. Two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, were now locked in a nuclear arms race. But for Russia, equality wasn't enough. Their goal was to surpass America. And over the next 2 decades, Soviet scientists developed technologies capable of shaking the world. During the 1950s and 1960s, nuclear testing intensified. Both the United States and the Soviet Union conducted thousands of tests, underground, underwater, and in the atmosphere. Beyond the Tsar Bomba, the Soviet Union developed submarine-launched ballistic missiles, SLBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, tactical nuclear weapons for battlefield use. Russia's strategy became known as Mutually Assured Destruction, MAD. If America attacked, Russia would respond with such overwhelming force that both nations would be destroyed. This created a strange kind of peace. No one dared to strike first. But in 1983, the world came within minutes of nuclear war. A Soviet early warning system mistakenly detected incoming American missiles. Soviet officer Stanislav Petrov made a critical decision. He judged it to be a false alarm and chose not to retaliate. Had he acted differently, humanity might not exist today. This incident revealed just how dangerous these weapons are and how fragile human survival truly is. Today, Russia's nuclear forces are divided into 3 branches: strategic rocket forces, land-based ICBMs, naval fleet, submarines and sea-launched missiles, long-range aviation, nuclear-capable bombers. Among the most dangerous systems is the RS-28 Sarmat, known in NATO as Satan II. Each missile can carry 10 to 15 independently targetable warheads, meaning a single missile can destroy multiple cities. These missiles can travel 18,000 kilometers, reaching any target in the United States within 30 minutes. Russia also operates 11 nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, SSBNs, including the advanced Borei-class submarines. Hidden beneath Arctic ice, they patrol the world's oceans undetected. Each submarine carries 16 Bulava missiles, each with 6 to 10 warheads. This ensures Russia's second strike capability. Even if attacked first, it can retaliate with devastating force. Then come tactical nuclear weapons, smaller warheads designed for battlefield use. In 2022, Russia deployed such weapons in Belarus, sending a direct signal to Europe. Some analysts believe Russia follows an escalate to de-escalate strategy, using limited nuclear strikes to force enemies into negotiations. But perhaps the most terrifying project is Status 6, also known as Poseidon, a nuclear-powered underwater drone. Carrying a cobalt warhead, it can detonate near coastal cities, rendering them uninhabitable for up to 100 years due to radioactive fallout. This represents the most extreme evolution of nuclear deterrence. On February 24, 2022, when Russia invaded Ukraine, the world once again felt the shadow of nuclear war. President Vladimir Putin openly warned NATO, "If you interfere, you will face consequences unlike any in history." In September 2022, as Ukraine regained territory, Russia placed its nuclear forces on high alert. Analysts began to fear the unthinkable. CIA Director William Burns warned that tactical nuclear use was possible. So why didn't it happen? Because Russia understands that even a single nuclear strike could trigger a massive NATO response, leading to total international isolation. Countries like China and India also pressured restraint. This became a turning point. Nuclear weapons were no longer tools of war, but tools of intimidation. Yet even that threat remains extremely dangerous. Russia's nuclear arsenal affects the entire world. European nations are increasingly relying on NATO for protection. Countries like Finland and Sweden, once neutral, have joined NATO due to fears of Russia. Meanwhile, an arms race is accelerating in Asia and the Middle East. China is expanding its arsenal, while India and Pakistan continue to upgrade their missile systems. The scale of destruction is almost unimaginable. One study estimates that a full-scale nuclear war between Russia and the United States could kill 90 million people within the first 72 hours. After that comes nuclear winter. Smoke would block sunlight, crops would fail, and global famine would follow. In 2023, the United Nations warned that the risk of nuclear war is higher than at any time since the 1980s. And yet, paradoxically, nuclear deterrence has also prevented direct war between major powers. This is the ultimate contradiction. The most dangerous weapons on Earth have also helped prevent World War III. Russia's nuclear program offers several critical lessons. First, technology is only powerful as long as it is controlled. In the wrong hands, or at the wrong moment, it becomes catastrophic. Second, diplomacy must always come first. From the Cuban Missile Crisis, 1962, to the 1983 false alarm, the world avoided disaster because leaders chose dialogue over destruction. Third, transparency and international agreements are essential. Treaties like START and the NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty, have helped limit nuclear arsenals, but in 2025, many of these agreements are weakening or collapsing. Trust between Russia and the United States is declining. The current generation must understand, nuclear war cannot be won. It can only destroy. Russia's arsenal reminds us of one fundamental truth. Human survival depends not on war, but on peace. Russia's nuclear arsenal is among the most dangerous on Earth, but it is not alone. There are 9 nuclear-armed nations, each capable of massive destruction. The real question is, can humanity survive under this shadow forever, or will it one day end everything? In our next documentary, we will explore the United States nuclear triad and its secret command systems. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe for more deep historical stories. Tell us in the comments. Should nuclear weapons be completely eliminated, or are they necessary for deterrence? Think about it. And don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss the next episode. Goodbye.